Hey YouTube, Kayak DIY here, and right now I'm going to show you how you can take a simple cutting board and convert it into an anchor reel setup. So this here basically imitates the very popular YakAttack Sidewinder anchor setup. So there's two different ways to mount this, and I'm going to show you both ways in this video.
So here's a quick look at a cutting board anchor setup. So this here was made out of a cutting board from Walmart. And it was squared, of course. This was just a rectangle piece here, and we notched it out, and then we did cut some excess off. It was about that much longer. We did cut some of that off, and we then put this little notch here to anchor our line in. So you run your line through there and it keeps the line from unraveling off the spool. We have one of these really large Carabiner clips here, and then we put a Nerf noodle on there and zip tied it. And what this allows us to do is it allows us to quickly disconnect the whole entire anchor setup from the kayak. We can run this on our anchor trolley, and then we can quickly disconnect when we hook a large fish. Just come back to the anchor later on. The line we're using here is paracord. Not everyone agrees to use paracord. We happen to like it just because it has a very strong tensile strength. I mean, it's 550-pound test. So we really like that. There are other anchor specific lines which aren't bad either. For as far as running it and connecting it up to the anchor, this is one of the most common anchors this here. We actually use a zip tie right through here. This is not our original idea, this zip tie. Saw this somewhere, I don't remember where. But what this allows you to do is, if you connect the anchor line up to the front, and then you have the zip tie here, if you were to ever get a snag, let's say, and one of these prongs would not release, or you absolutely couldn't get the anchor up, if you do some really quick jerks with the line on this anchor setup, you'll break the zip tie, and that will allow it to pick up from this end, and it will fold in those prongs. So that is just a quick look at the anchor setup.
So here's a look at the YakAttack Sidewinder mounted to a track setup. This is the one that you could buy. And then here's a look at ours. So as you can see, it stuck out quite a ways. What we could have done is we could have made it a little bit shorter, and that probably would have worked out a little bit better. But what we have here is we have 2 toilet bolts that we cut the extra length off of, and 1/4 inch knobs from a woodworking kit, and they're just running through the cutting board, and that's what secures it. Thanks for watching.